Tired of seeing underused, neglected public spaces in our communities? The DaDa Developing Art and Design Awareness Symposium plans to change that. Here on now, representing DaDa via Zoom, is Dr. Rhoda Reddock to tell us how there's a role for everyone in the community for transformation. Dr. Reddock, good morning, and thank you for joining us here on now.
Good morning, and it's a great pleasure for me to be on now.
We're glad to have you because this is an undertaking that is quite dynamic. How will art and design solutions address the prevalent issues of crime in particular?
Well, I think that art and design can address many of the social problems in our society and also bring a sense of well-being. Specifically in relation to crime, I think it has a number of possibilities there, although art and design would not be the only factor affecting crime. But many of our urban and rural communities are not very pleasant places to live. They are haphazard, they lack planning, the people cannot feel pride in the beauty of their communities. There are no gardens, there are no parks, there's nowhere where the community can really enjoy all age groups the beauty of the natural environment. In fact, the natural environment is being destroyed in many parts of the country. So we believe that involving communities in the design of artistic facilities, but also in better planning to protect and to organize and to enhance our communities is a way to begin to change the lifestyle of many and the mental health of many in society, many of us in society, and contribute towards greater well-being in general, and also address some of the social and mental health challenges in communities that are very that can be affected by crime.
Understood. And in that case, it sounds like you're speaking from a track record of success. Could you give us perhaps an example of or two of some successes that DaDa has enjoyed?
Well, in fact, that's in a way, quite the opposite, in that what we have found is that this is not something that our society has thought about very much, and the aim of the symposium, which is our biggest success to date, the fact that we are having this national symposium, is to really begin or strengthen the conversation with stakeholders, with local government authorities, very important, with technocrats, with contractors, with designers, with artists, with educators, with young people, with the society in general to raise awareness. Now, in terms of our work, we have worked on a number of community art projects in collaboration with communities in Trinidad and Tobago, and with two artists and architects, Dean Allen and Sean Leonard, and they will be presenting on those design proposals and their efforts to have them installed and the challenges that will face. And this symposium will very much involve discussion and conversation by those who attend to help to come up with opportunities to prevent this in the future and to create a more enabling environment for these kinds of activities. The symposium also has the discussion on public space. Who owns public space? What is our responsibility to public space? How can we enhance public space and democratize its usage? A lot of our public space, you have a lot of male sports. It is not a space where older people can go, where children can go often, or where all age groups can enjoy the spaces. And a lot of our designs are imported designs. When we have artists, craftspersons here who can bring indigenous designs that reflect the culture and creativity of the people. So another activity we have started a public art documentation project, which is to document the existing public art in Trinidad and Tobago. We began with Port of Spain, and then to see that as a baseline from which to see how we develop in the future. But we can't just take art and put it in spaces that are unplanned, that have poor drainage, where the pavements you can't even walk. So we are all interested in the issue of public space very holistically.
Sounds beautiful. And towards that end, this 3-day symposium will take the form of multiple conversations and dialogues. But I know that you will also have to have some significant experts joining the team. So can you tell us some of the persons that will be featured?
Okay. Well, our opening ceremony, which is on Thursday, the 16th at 6 p.m. at the Central Bank Auditorium, we will have our feature speaker, who is his name is Dr. Bonaventure Soh Bejeng Ndikung, who is a German Cameroonian curator and biotechnologist. And he's currently the director of the House of World Cultures in Germany. And we are happy that we've had the support of the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Germany in this regard. And he will be our feature speaker at the opening. And he will also speak on the 18th of November at a public lecture at the Department of Creative and Festival Arts at the University of the West Indies at 5:30 p.m. But we also have a number of very inspiring local contributors. For example, we have Jackie Hinkson, we have Rishi Das, the attorney at law, we have so many. We also, oh gosh, I'm forgetting some of the names right now. We have Renelle Sargent, who's a young planner who's involved in an organization called Public Space Global, and she will connect us. We have Shane Samad of the University of the West Indies, who has been working on namesakes in Trinidad and Tobago. We also have in Dean Allen and Sean Leonard will present their projects, and this will be responded to by, among others, Dr. Boenjodat Tiwari, Dr. Chris Maraj, representatives of local government authorities, Mr. Hillan Morin, Khadija Amin, who is a former chair of the Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation. In our other sessions, we have planners. We have, for example, Dr. Deborah Thomas Austin of the East Port of Spain Development Organization. We also have Mr. Anthony Bridgewater. We have so many others, and forgive me if I didn't identify the names of all of them.
That's
but I'm
quite
really
all right.
proud
You can't let everybody
that
know
so
everything.
many of them. I'm
they
so
have to
happy
come
that
to the
all of
symposium to
them
experience it, right?
Right. We also have Dr. Jared Hutchinson. So I just want to say that we want to thank all the persons who immediately responded and said, yes, this is something they would like to be part of.
And it's
Because we also see
happening.
art as therapeutic, and, it's a very wide-ranging discussion.
I quite like that term, therapeutic, considering how deep the discussions will go from the 16th to the 18th of November as we head over to Central Bank to make that happen. Dr. Ruddock, thank you very much for joining us this morning and giving us this insight, for leading the charge. And we wish you the best of luck as you all put your best foot forward. Thank you so much for joining us this morning again.
If I can say one thing, we are doing this in collaboration with the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. So we really thank them for this, as well as the Sport and Cultural Fund for providing some of the support for our activity. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And from the effort